Hello, very good evening to all and welcome to Unacademy and to this channel. This session will be continuing the part 14 for the continuation of TOC 300 question series. Okay. So if anybody is watching this video anytime, please don't forget to like the session and also share with your friends so that they can also enjoy this practice series. Good evening all. Long time. Good evening. I hope you are in the process of applying GATE exam. अगर अब तक अप्लाई नहीं किया, please open the GATE application and log into the website. Then log into the website and start filling up the GATE application form. Do not wait till the last moment. और GATE application fill करने के बाद 2-3 बार class check कर लीजिए. Everything you have filled properly, like the years or date of birth or name of full name or father's name, whatever you have, right? Mobile numbers, all the details that you have entered, just cross check once. Have you entered properly or not? Once you have entered properly, then pay the application fee and then submit it. Okay. And once you fill the application and submit it, you will see that your application is under scrutiny. It means it is under process of verification. Once it is processed and verified, then we'll get the notification. If you have not followed on Unacademy, please visit this profile URL, click on follow button, so that you will get notifications of my classes. And Unacademy is providing you different subscription offers, and this offer is there till tonight, and after that the price will increase from September 1st. So if anybody want to take the subscription, today is the last date to avail those offers. And the offers are like that. Earlier 6 months only you should pay 8,499. Now additional 3 months you will get access for the same price. And similarly, 1 year plus additional 6 months you need to pay just 11,999 and use the code CSDA to avail this offer. And this offer ends tonight. And similarly, 9 plus 3 months, 12 months, you have 9,999, and 2.5 years, 70,499, and 36 plus 6 months, you have 20,999. And this offer ends tonight. All the kinds of subscriptions, just use the same code CSDA. And 2 new batches are going to start. It's already started from today, August 31st. That is today. Python programming in data science and computer science digital logic started from today. If you have taken the subscription, start your preparation from today, and you can prepare both computer science and data science together if you are interested, because both the courses are available, all live and recorded. You can watch any recorded batch, or you can attend any live batch, or all the live batches as per your interest, because all are free under one subscription. Now test series is also part of the subscription. In case you have not taken the subscription, you want only test series, then you can also purchase at 1,499 for computer science. For data science also you need to purchase additionally. Use the code CSDA to avail this. So now in this series we will be looking at some important questions, like how to design a PDA. And now you should also know how to identify the languages like CFL, DCFL, regular, all these things. And let me revise some important concepts before starting the problems. Okay, if you know the language, this could be over the sigma. Okay, this could be finite or infinite. Is it correct? Finite, or it is possible to be infinite. If it is finite language, it is always regular, hence it is also DCFL, hence it is also CFL. In future, if you have context sensitive language and recursive RL, you can also answer them. And now we are in the chapter of CFL, DCFL, so I'm just going till CFL. Infinite language, again 2 types. Some infinite are regular, some infinite or not regular. You know, again every regular is DCFL. अगर फाइनाइट ऑटोमेटा है उनके लिए DPDA भी होगा, अगर DPDA है तो PDA भी होगा. So it is also CFL. And if it is not regular, it is again two types. It may be DCFL or it may be not DCFL. अगर DCFL होता तो it is always CFL. अगर not DCFL है, again two types of languages you can find. Some are CFL, some are not CFL. Not CFL again context sensitive and not context sensitive, and so on. This list continues further. If you have not started anything, TOC could be the better, or compiler also you can start. As you know, most of the concepts relate to the programming, and one concept, that's grammars, you need to take care separately. Context free grammar additionally. Anyhow, some people studies compiler design first, some people starts TOC. If you have the right content, you can start with anything, but if you are blindly following here and there, then TOC is the first preferred, then go for the compiler. If you are starting my classes, you can go for compiler first or TOC first, because both I will treat differently. I will not make any connection, any prerequisite while I am teaching, right? The first question. Read each language carefully and then conclude the answer. Every question, just assume it is MSQ type. Sometimes you may have more than one option is correct. Choose carefully. It's okay, it's MCQ type, I guess, but remaining just take care of. Let's look at the L1. What is L1? L1 is nothing but you have 0 power I, 1 power j, where I not equal to j, it means I less than j or I greater than j. ये है ना, तो इनके लिए हम DPDA भी डिजाइन किया. अगर a is less than sorry 0 is less than 1s, then 1s will be more. तो इनपुट में 1s लेफ्ट होगा, तो उसको स्किप करके फाइनल में जाना होगा. अगर 0s more than 1s, तो एट द एंड ऑफ द इनपुट 0 स्टैक में बचेगा. तो either case you have the deterministic way to understand. The combinations are different. ये जो है DCFL, so you can definitely call CFL. क्वेश्चन में पूछ रहा है which of the following is true, and options में CFL दिख रहा है, not about DCFL, so think about CFL, that's it. Okay? Now I is equal even, so how do you answer even? 0 power even, 1 power even. Oh, but both should be equal now. So I'm very sorry. Should do equal even. That is like 2n and 1 power same even number, that too. And this is also DCFL, so you can say CFL. But do not make something like 0 power even 1 power even. That I was trying to do it. इससे क्या प्रॉब्लम है? These two no need to be equal, but यहाँ पर equal है दोनों, 0 power I 1 power I. So you here problem is 0041 I can write, but here you can't write because both powers should be equal and that should be even number. Okay. And what about L3? I is equal to j, that is 0 power 2j and 1 power j. So you know, here every 2 zeros you can push 1 0, then later on every one you can pop 1 0. So deterministically you can do it, so it is also CFL. The fourth one, 0 power I 1 power j, I is equal 0 or I is equal 2j. ये डिटर्मिनिस्टिकली नहीं कर सकते, बट यू कैन डू नॉन डिटर्मिनिस्टिकली, सो डेफिनेटली CFL. बट डिटर्मिनिस्टिक नहीं होता. अगर यही डेटा में पूछा है विच ऑफ द अबव लैंग्वेजेस आर डिटर्मिनिस्टिक CFLs, देन यू शुड आंसर L1 L2 L3, right? But which of them are CFLs, then all of them are context free languages. So what is your answer? Good evening, Pradhan. The only word is there, that's why you cannot choose them. All are context free languages. Okay. Also note that if they ask another question here, note, they ask which are DCFLs, which of the above are DCFLs, then you should answer the L1 DCFL, L2 DCFL, L3 DCFL, but L4 is not a DCFL. You can also note that. Now, about DCFLs, deterministic context free languages. If it is MSQ type, more than one option could be correct, so be careful while selecting the option. More than one option could be correct. Or it is MSQ type, one or more options can be correct. That's correct. So here you are missing one option. And the first one, I is equal to j or I not equal to j. It means 0 star 1 star, right? This is in fact regular. 0 star 1 star. It is regular, so definitely DCFL. They are talking about only DCFLs. Now I equal to j or I less than j is same as 0 power I 1 power j, where I less than or equal to j. This is DCFL. And this one, यहाँ पर जो combinations है, तो I is equal j के लिए every one you need to pop 1 0, but I is equal to j के लिए तो यहाँ पर number of zeros twice होगा, तो एवरी वन के लिए 2 zeros पॉप करना होगा, तो दोनों कंडीशंस में अलग अलग पाथ लेके डिजाइन करना होगा. तो DCF डिटरमिनिस्टिकली पॉसिबल नहीं है, ये CFL है बट नॉट DCFL. तो L3 DCFL नहीं होगा, but L1 is DCFL, also L2 is DCFL. You should choose A and B. So that's what I was saying. I was saying it is a MSQ type. Any doubt? Do you know how to design the DPDA for L1 and DPDA for L2? If you know the DPDA construction, then only you can say it is a DCFL. There is no shortcut to say it's why DCFL, right? Shortcut is you have a good practice on DPDA, तभी ये DCFL बता सकते हैं. डायरेक्टली देख के DCFL CFL ऐसे नहीं बता सकते हैं. तो इनके पीछे डिजाइनिंग अप्रोच होता है, वो अप्रोच की वजह से हम DCFL मानते हैं. पहली ऑप्शन तो बहुत ईजी है, 0 स्टार 1 स्टार, ये रेगुलर है. जो आप फाइनाइट बटा रेगुलर एक्सप्रेशन लिखा है तो आपको पता है एवरी रेगुलर लैंग्वेज इज DCFL, तो ऑप्शन ये बहुत इजी है. सेकंड ऑप्शन जो है DPDA कंस्ट्रक्शन नॉलेज होना चाहिए. Again, assume it is MSQ type. Good morning. Evening. The first one, it's regular, right? 0 power natural number, 1 power natural number, both are free. No comparison between 0 and 1. So आपको memory जरूरत नहीं है. It's definitely regular. Hence, you can understand which option is going to be right for L1. Finite data can be used to recognize L1. इसको देख के बता सकते हैं, right? And L2 is P and Q are natural numbers, but P and Q are equal. That means it's going to be deterministic CFL. ये जीरो जितने भी है स्टैक में पुश कर लेना, एवरी वन के लिए 1 0 पॉप कर सकते हैं कि दोनों पावर्स इक्वल है। तो डिटर्मिनिस्टिक कॉन्टेक्स्ट फ्री लैंग्वेज है। तो L2 रेगुलर लैंग्वेज, ये फॉल्स स्टेटमेंट है, ये रेगुलर नहीं है, DCFL है। DCFL बट नॉट रेगुलर बोल सकते हैं आप। नाउ L3 जो है, ये तीनों पावर्स नेचुरल नंबर्स है और तीनों इक्वल है। ये CFL भी नहीं होता है, आपको पता है कि वन स्टैक से ये डिजाइन नहीं कर सकते। तो ये कॉन्टेक्स्ट सेंसिटिव लैंग्वेज बनेगा बट CFL नहीं बनेगा। या ऑप्शन सी में क्या बता रहा है, ऑल द 3 लैंग्वेज आर CFL। तो L1 इज द CFL, L2 ऑल्सो CFL, बट L3 जो है CFL नहीं है, तो ये भी फॉल्स हो गया। और आपको ट्रू ही चूज करना है, राइट। तो हम ऑप्शन ये चूज किया। अभी ऑप्शन लास्ट ऑप्शन जो है, ट्यूरिंग मशीन जो है पावरफुल मशीन है, ये तीनों लैंग्वेज को रिप्रेजेंट कर सकता है ट्यूरिंग मशीन, इसलिए इट कैन बी यूज्ड टू रिकॉग्नाइज ऑल द लैंग्वेजेस व्हिच आर गिवन L1 L2 L3 की। AD आर करेक्ट। If you need more time, you can ask me to increase the time. I will wait for a minute before explanation. Of the languages above are context free. सबसे पहले ये देख लीजिए, m इज इक्वल नंबर ऑफ एस इज इक्वल सम ऑफ बीस एंड डीस। तो आपको क्या करना होगा, एस को पुश करना होगा। विल जस्ट हैव अ लॉजिक सम, यू कैन राइट हियर। द वन a power m, b power n, c power p, d power q. Is what we can do, push any symbol, let's say push a or x, whatever, right? Push. And b's you can pop, let's say push a's and here pop a's, but still a's might left. What you can do, the p's that c's not depends on anyone, so you can skip them, read, do nothing on the stack. And d's, if any d is coming, definitely d comma a should be there, so you should pop a's. And at the end of the input, the stack should have only z naught, no other symbols. So that's deterministically you can do, and they are only talking about context free, so definitely first one is the context free. And second one, M is equal to P and P is equal to Q, it means M is equal to P is equal to Q. That means that A's and then C's and D's must be equal, but stack दो सिंबल के लिए, दो कंपैरिजन के लिए यूज कर सकते, बट आपको तीन इक्वल चेक करना है, वन स्टैक से पॉसिबल नहीं है, ठीक है। तो ये 2 जो है नॉट CFL, बस वन स्टैक से यू कैनॉट अंडरस्टैंड द कंप्यूटेशन। और थर्ड वन जो है अगेन सेम प्रॉब्लम, यहाँ पर एस बीस एंड सीज तीनों चेक करना है, और इसके साथ साथ पी नॉट इक्वल टू क्यू, मतलब ये दोनों नॉट इक्वल टू क्यू, इनडायरेक्टली ऑल ऑफ देम आर डिपेंडेंट। क्यू पी जो है और दो सिंबल के साथ कनेक्शन है, मतलब क्यू इनडायरेक्टली एन के नॉट इक्वल होना चाहिए, क्यू इनडायरेक्टली एम के नॉट इक्वल होना चाहिए, तो ये भी नॉट CFL ही होता है। वन स्टैक से इतने कंपैरिजंस नहीं हो पाएगा। और n is equal p plus q, so this is similar to the first problem but similar. A's what you do, skip, you don't need to push them, and B's you have to push, and C's you need to pop the B's, and D's also you need to pop the B's. तो ये जो C and D together B से बराबर होना चाहिए, at the end of the input stack में only Z0 should be there. So this is also CFL. So which are CFLs here? 1 and 4. 1 and 4. Always you need to run the logic using the stack. 1 is the CFL, we have logic, and 4 is also CFL, we have a logic, but 2 and 3 के लिए कोई one stack से logic build नहीं कर सकते। Maybe it is MSQ, but take care of it. Which of them are above? Which of the above are context free but not required? More than one option. Anyone? Take more time if you want it. Really different question. Anybody want to design a PDA? You can try as homework. I'm giving you homework also. Try to design a machine for, try to design a PDA for these languages, and all the languages you can build a PDA, but the last language it's a regular. They said, but not regular. That's why we don't choose a fourth, but we look at what is why option 1 is a CFL. The m plus n, this sum is equal to this sum. That means A's you push x, B's also you push x, but C you pop the x, D you pop the x. You can easily do that comparison. Okay, what is the logic you do? First, for A's, push X. Then for B's also you push X. With the space, take the space. First problem, A power M, B power N, C power P, D power Q. What do? Push A or X, doesn't matter. I'm just pushing the common symbol. For this B's also push X. For C's just pop X. And for D's also pop X. If this two sum is equal in a sequence, then definitely at the end of the input you will see the top of the stack Z0. So one, deterministically you can build a PDA. So it is CFL anyhow, DCFL also is a CFL. The second one, M plus P. So this two sum is equal to this two sum. Sum only, right? You are not checking A and C. You are together A and C is equal to number of B's and D's. Now what do? A's you push, but B you need to compare with A's if B comes. If C comes directly after A, then C's also you need to push. So now A's what you do? Push. B's pop the A's, but B's may be more or may be equal or may be less than. So now three conditions you have to take, and if B is equal to A's, then C's must be equal to D's. If B is greater than A's, then remaining B's you have to push, then C's you have to pop, then remaining C's you have to push, and D's you have to pop the C's. So very lengthy process, but you can do CFL. Okay, you can do construction of PDA. Now here, friends, A and D is equal to A and D, that sum of A and D is equal to B and C's. Now how do? A's you need to push, but B you have to compare because sum you have to compare, right? So A's you have to push, B's you need to pop the A's. B's can be more or less or equal. So all the scenarios you have to take, and if B is equal to A's, then C should be equal to D's. If B is less, then C's you have to pop the A's because C is opposite side of the A's. So you need to do this way, and again by taking a lot of choices you can build a PDA, but takes a lot of time to design. That's what I'm saying. You can take the homework and you can catch my free classes and construct a PDA for these first three problems. You can construct a PDA, but takes much time. Maybe you can take 15 minutes for one problem if you want to design a PDA, but if you understood, it may take 10 minutes approximately. So the one, it is a context free but not regular, and 2 is also context free but not regular, and 3 also context free but not regular because there are comparisons. But this one, the sum is even. So total, that number of A's, number of B's, number of C's, number of C's, D's, is sum is even. The sum is even. So what situations will get sum is even? The all can be even, or the two numbers can be even, two numbers can be odd. All scenarios you can build with the finite automata concept. Okay. And fourth one is regulars, even though it is CFL, but this is a regular. It could take again time to understand this. When will be the even? So situations that like all can be, A power can be even, B power can be even, C power can be even, D power can be even, or all can be odd. That's also possible because sum is going to be even. All scenarios you can write an expression now by looking at this, right? D power odd, and that scenarios like this two can be even, this two can be odd, or this two can be even, this two can be odd. You can use that situations to frame it. Okay, A power even, B power even, but other two can be odd because sum should be even. That's it, sum should be even. Like this two can be even, this two can be odd. So any two can be even, any two can be power can be odd. Okay, so plus there are other expressions I'm not writing, but only few expressions are there by writing the combinations. The fourth one is regular, except this, all the three are not regulars but CFLs. Most of the identification of the languages depends on CFLs and regulars. Deterministic CFL questions are very less, and mostly they in GATE you will be seeing CFL questions and regulars only. All these are GATE model questions, modified GATE questions. That's why you will not see the same answer in the same answer as it is in the GATE. Again, MSQ, more than one option can be correct. Many says, right, sir, I'm not good at MSQ. Now you can practice MSQs. Every question that I brought here, just assume MSQ and answer it. We'll see the concept. Sufficient time to solve this question. 2 minutes, really good. And first one, P is equal to Q plus 1 or P is equal to Q plus 2. When you look at this, your string can be like 0, 0 power n, 1 power n, union. If you see Q plus 2, then you will see 00, 0 power n, 1 power n. Correct? Definitely you can design a PDF for this, right? It's definitely CFL. Like you can push all the zeros and everyone you can pop the 0 at the end of the input. Just ensure that you have 1 0 left or 00 left on the stack. So without reading input, you can at the end of the input you can check how many zeros are there on the stack by popping them. Okay. Now the second one, P is equal to Q or P is equal to Q. It is also CFL, right? But not regular. First one is also CFL but not regular. We need to choose true, and L2 is context free, that's true. L1 is not regular, that is also true. L2 is regular, no, nobody is regular here, and L1 is CFL, it is also true. A, B, D. Very easy. Take time to solve it. Read the data carefully and look at now. They are talking about deterministic context free languages. Once in a while this questions happens, but not regular. They don't ask regularly about DCFLs. Maximum effort to put on CFLs and also sometimes understand why DCFL. How many tried? Time, you have 2 minutes sufficient time to solve this question, right? Now, why we say DCFL? If you look at 0 power n, first one L1, 0 power n, C1 power n. What do you do for zeros? Push them. What do you do for C? Do nothing, just read it. And for 1, just start popping. If you look at this ones and zeros, if everyone can pop the 0, then at the end of the input, you will see top of the stack is Z0. So deterministically you are able to do it now. So DCFL. And same concept is there in L2. W is 0 plus 1 whole star, but any combination before C, push it. This any combination, what you do? Push it. So in L2 is also same concept, W, C, W power R. What do you do? Any A zeros and ones, push them as it is. For 0, push 0. For 1, push 1. So push every symbol as it is. When C comes, now change state and W power R, just pop by match. 0 for 0, 1 for 1. So you have to do 0 comma 0 slash epsilon 1 comma 1. You need to pop by match because it's a reverse of the string. Now L2 is also deterministically you can do it, but L3 very famous CFL but not DCFL लैंग्वेज. क्यों? यहाँ पर रिवर्स जो है वो स्टार्टिंग सिंबल पता नहीं चलता कहाँ पर रिवर्स स्टार्ट होता है. बट इधर सी है, आपको सी के बाद रिवर्स स्टार्ट होता है, बट इधर रिवर्स कब स्टार्ट होता? यहाँ पर बहुत सारे जीरोस एंड वंस है, वो रिवर्स बिगिनिंग समझने आता क्यों एवरीथिंग वाज अबाउट 0 and 1. तो यहाँ पर नॉन डिटरमिनिस्टिकली चलेगा, दैट इज CFL बट इट इज नॉट DCFL. क्वेश्चन जो है DCFL के बारे में चाहिए, विच ऑफ द लैंग्वेजेस आर डिटरमिनिस्टिक CFLs? आर L1 and L2 both are DCFLs. Same is easy. If you look at the L1 strings, at least one A, 1B, 1A, 1B is there, right? So if I have 3 A's here, if I have 2 B's here, then this B is connected with this A and this A is connected with this B. तो यहाँ पर definitely double A आएगा, definitely इधर 3 B's आएगा. So connection between these two symbols and connection between these two symbols. Now what is the logic you will use? First is you just push them, right? All these A's you have to push because in future B's will come for them. And for this B also you have to push, sorry, A's. And here push B's. And when this A's comes, you should pop B's because these two are connected. And when this B's comes, you just pop A's because they are connected with. ये बहुत easily कर सकते deterministically वो भी. It is CFL. Is it? It is CFL. And L2 जो है, देखो, A's will be there, B's will be there, but this A's are connected with bottom, right? This B's are connected with here. So A's you will push, B's you will push, but this A's demanding the bottom of the stack, not the top of the stack. तो उनकी वजह से इसके लिए CFL stack PDA नहीं बनेगा, तो this is not CFL. And आपको पता है A power 2n plus 1, B power M is equal to n plus 1 and B power n. So you can do it as A and A power 2n, B power n. You know, you can build a deterministically this for this language, right? Is CFL in fact DCFL also. So L1 and L3 are CFLs, and so option is at the end of the session. We'll also see some of the important languages, DCFLs, CFLs, not CFLs. You know, right here, what do you do? Suppose you have triple A and let's say you have 5 B's. Then how many C should be there? 3 plus 4, you should have 7. So what do you do? 3 A's, you push X. For B's also you push X. Total 5 plus 3, 8. I'm very sorry. Now push X only, but total X's, how many push now? 8 X's will be there on the stack. So for C's, you pop all the X's because exactly it should match. At the end, you will see the Z naught. So deterministically, you can do L1. So it is CFL, also DCFL. And L2, Just you need to compare B and C. A's could be any number of A's, but at least one A. So this can be done also deterministically. So both L1 and L2 are CFLs. A is the right answer. We have seen this kind of concept multiple times. They are deterministically possible. Can assume this is MC cube, right? Only one option is right. The solution when you cannot study more longer hours, then step by step. Just start with, you are not able to study 8 hours, 10 hours, then start with 6 hours only. So continue it, slowly increase it. Do not keep more burden at a time. Like I want to study 12 hours. 12 hours burden mat lagana. Just go with what you can first. If you target longer hours, then you may not completely prepare whole day. So that may affect your whole preparation. Do not force yourself to study longer hours, but understand why do you want to study, what purpose you are studying, why you have decided to study, and considering all scenarios, so आपकी health, आपकी mental ability, then it will support your longer hours. Just forcing yourself to study cannot. If you have real dedication, you have willingness, तभी possible होता है longer hours. You are used to study 9 hours, but maybe you have increased to 12 hours. That is the reason you have you are not able to cope up that longer hours. That's why even 9 hours also not possible today, because you are aiming bigger than 9 hours. First, what you are doing, keep it the same momentum for long time. जैसे आपको लग रहा है रिक्वायरमेंट है 9 से 10 करना है, कर लो, बट 9 से 13-14 कर लिया एक बार, तो अगले दिन इफेक्ट हो जाता. 1-2 दिन डिस्टर्ब हुआ तो अगले वीक तक यही प्रॉब्लम होता है. The question is about context free, deterministic, context free, whatever, right? So now L1, it is not CFL also. Even one stack cannot do this problem. So not DCFL, not regular. A power prime is going to be context sensitive language. And here all the three you have डिपेंडेंसी. लाइक अगर ए पावर 100 आया, बी पावर 100 आना चाहिए, सी पावर 300 आना चाहिए. मतलब एक सिंबल की काउंट पता है, बाकी सारे सिंबल्स का काउंट भी पता होगा. तो मतलब वन स्टैक कैन नॉट अंडरस्टैंड दिस प्रॉब्लम. एनी हाउ n is not there, don't worry about it. So it's actually not required. Even you keep it, there is no issue with that. N is not there. Okay, so this is also not CFL. Now L3, now you have only relation between B and C. You can do deterministically if you want it, and here both are even and both are same count. It is also deterministic. Now, which of the following are correct? L1 is a context free, wrong. L2 is not context free, yes. And L3 is not context free, wrong. L4 is DCFL, yes. So 2 and 4, right. If you are watching this video, please don't forget to like the session and also share with your friends to connect with more students. Is MSQ type, so one or more options be possibly correct. Tell you answered only A. What about others? A and C were right, but you are missing something. Now we know it is DCFL also, so definitely CFL. Because you know A power 3, A power n, B power 3n. Every A you can push 3 B's, 3 A's. So later every B you can pop 1 A. And this one, the dependencies, the comparisons, the relations that you have, W power R and this A with this B, right? You cannot ignore anyone here. You cannot ignore anyone here. If I put what? N is equal 0, W power R cannot cover everything here. Okay. So this A's and B's must if they want to be. Now ये जो है, तो definitely not CFL, ये stack से नहीं कर सकता. तो दो चीजें यहाँ पर याद रखना है, W को भी याद रखना है, A को याद रखना है कि जब W पावर R आया तो ये जब W पावर R ये W से कंपैरिजन चाहिए, वो A's के नीचे है तो स्टैक के ऊपर A's है अभी, तो you cannot compare this reverse of the W with the W symbols. The reason is A's were there on the top. Okay. And you know W and W power R you can simply compare with the help of the stack non-deterministically. W you push, what are the symbols you see, and at some point of time you start popping it, so at the end you should not see any symbol on the stack except Z0. This is CFL but non-deterministic. And this one you can push this W, you can push this A, and when the B comes you can pop this A's and the reverse of the W may begin, then you pop this W. So using one stack you can do it non-deterministically, so it is also CFL. Now the question is which of the following are CFLs? So A, C and D. Only two languages. How many of you know this can be written as something different, like w x w w comma x belongs to 0 plus 1 whole plus. This kind of question we have already seen in the regular classes, right? तो यहाँ पर x रिपीट हो रहा है, वही कॉन्सेप्ट w रिपीट हो रहा है. यहाँ पर y है, यहाँ पर x है. यही कॉन्सेप्ट को हम अदर फॉर्म में लिख सकते हैं w x w. क्यों? पोजीशन जो है ये बिल्कुल सेम होना चाहिए, ठीक है. वही हम दूसरी फॉर्म में लिखा है. आपको ये पता है w x w जो है डेफिनेटली नॉट रेगुलर. क्यों? ये रेगुलर फॉर्म में कन्वर्ट नहीं कर सकते, और विदाउट हैविंग द डिपेंडेंसीज यू कैन नॉट अंडरस्टैंड. सो मेमोरी रिक्वायर्ड स्पेशली, इसलिए फाइनाइट बीटा पॉसिबल नहीं है, और रेगुलर एक्सप्रेशन फॉर्म में भी नहीं लिख सकते हम. तो L1 इज द टॉकिंग अबाउट regularity and context free, and even the stack also cannot do this. The reason is the w, again you need to see the w. The stack नहीं कर सकता, but q कर सकता, but हमारे पास q नहीं है. तो L1 is even not CFL. And the second one, how many of you know this is even same length, which will create like 0 0 1 1 2 2 3 3. What will it create? 0, then total 2 length, then 4 length, then 6 length. Will create even length or not? This is exactly equal to a plus b whole square whole star expression, and you can design just with the two states. Now the L2 जो है definitely regular. What is it? Regular, because you can design finite automata with the two states. Now L1 is regular, wrong. L1 is context free, wrong. Neither L1 nor L2 is CFL. Yeah, L2 is what? CFL, but you can't say L2 is not CFL. C is wrong. The D is L1 is not CFL, exactly correct. And L2 we know regular, so definitely you can say L2 is a context free. C is the right answer. First focus on the given languages. What are they? Then you can easily answer. Many gate questions like this. So practicing this kind of questions makes you ready for the exam. This is also MSQ type. One or more options correct. Rohit, correct. That you are missing some option. They, you need to just choose CFLs, right? Now W is depending on this reverse and X is depending on X power R. Suppose you push all the symbols of W, all the symbols of X, and reverse of the W is there below symbols of X. So there is, if it is there on the top of the stack, you can do non-deterministically, but you cannot build with the stack because it is not a context-free language. The stack, one stack cannot help you to understand this problem. But look at this. You can push this W, you can skip this X, you can pop the symbols of W in reverse order. Or you can see this is equal to 0 plus 1 whole star when you put W is equal to epsilon. You can build a PDA as you want it, or you can build even finite automata. It's because regular. So CFL. If you just want to PDA, you can also design a PDA like W. All the symbols you push, and after some time skip the symbols, and after some time you pop the symbols by match. So you can also build a PDA for this. And now here, push W and reverse of the W, just pop it non-deterministically, push some symbols and again you pop them. So in this order you can build non-deterministically using single stack. So it is also CFL. And W you push it, X also you push it, and reverse of the X, that means you pop the symbols that you have pushed sometime, and then after some time that's continued. Okay, the reverse of the W you will see here, then which is also CFL. So PDAs you can design very easily for this. Now B, C, D are CFLs here. Among them B is regular, but C and D are even not DCFLs. Right? This is also regular, but this is not DCFL, even not regular. L1 n is not given, n greater than or equal 0 by assumption. Not given, you can take starts with 0 power. It's MSQ type. One or more options could be right. That's what you wait for the answer. Accept. If you know what is given, you can easily answer. Akshay. Already answered now. Question 63. Already answered. Complete. Clearly answered. B, C, D. I ticked it right. Which of the following are CFL? B, C, D are CFLs. Right. I clearly answered. Additionally, not DCFL, not DCFL, and regular. They didn't ask about regular, non-DCFLs, just CFLs. These three are CFL. This is not CFL. How easy it is? It's easy to answer if you know exactly what type of language it is. Yeah. So this is equal to a plus b whole star. Why? When you put n is equal 0, it's going to be regular because you have every string of a plus b whole star in this language. And L2, you know, this is equal to wx w power r w comma x belongs to a plus b whole plus. The reason is their lengths are greater than 0, means it should start with 1, so whole plus you can take directly. And you know this language is regular. When you write, this is going to give you a followed by a plus b whole plus a, or b followed by a plus b whole plus b. The class we understood this language already, and अगर आप simplify किया, ये सारे strings of this language will lie in this two only. Okay, so both are going to be regular. L1 and L2 both are regular. So now we know both are regular. Choose properly what is the correct one. Which of the following is or are true? Both are regular, correct. Both are CFL, correct, because every regular is CFL. L1 is regular and L2 is CFL, that is also correct. And L1 and L2 are CFL, but do not say that is not regular because they are already regular. Okay, except D, all A, B, C are correct. Yeah, not given means what? N is not given means what? N greater than or equal to 0 by definition. Because you don't get power minus 1 meaning, right? A power minus 1, can you keep it? No. So a power 0 only, it starts with epsilon. So you can put from a power 0 here. When you put a power 0, you can get every string in the a plus b whole star. No need to be given. You can easily assume it. That's why you should not study various publications, Akshat. Most of the people who are publishing, who is not expertise, you study those answers, you will not understand why they are answering, right? Even with us, sometimes very difficult to explain the one language in 2 to 3 minutes, but we conclude very quickly. And in textbooks, in books which you have seen publications, I don't know what they are trying to explain. Okay, better not to go unauthenticated resources. You only know that they mislead your concepts. This is not PYQ. It's oh, Akshat. These are all not PYQs. They are altered PYQs. Remember it? I edited somewhere in the options and data. Exactly looks like PYQ, but not a PYQ. याद रख लीजिए, तो do not blindly assume the PYQ answer is here. Okay. One small suggestion to everyone: they are looking like a PYQ, but they are not exact. Somewhere the data is changed. That's why their concept is going to be different. Internet. Which of the following statements is true? First one, it's about context-free languages only. Context-free, deterministic, context-free, and so on, right? First, let's look at L1. L1 is what? Not CFL, because W cannot be understood with the stack. If you push all the symbols of W onto the stack, then other W will not depend on the stack order, will depend on the queue order. So it's not possible. And here only A's and B's you have to compare. C's anything same as A power n, B power n, C star. It's in fact a DCFL. At A's you push, B's you pop the A's, and C's if comes then skip all of them. And here A's you can skip all of them, and B's you push, and C's you pop the B's. Okay, it is also DCFL. Now, which of the following are true? Option A, L1 is not CFL, correct. L2 and L3 are deterministic CFL. Option A is correct. Neither L1 nor L2 is context free. We know L1 is not context free, but you can't say L2 is not context free, so it's wrong. L2, L3 and L2 intersection L3 all are context free. Let's see, L2 is a context free, correct. L3 is a context free, correct. But L2 intersection L3, what do you get? You will get here A and B common, here B and C common. If you take together common strings from L to L3, we'll see A power n, B power n, C power n, but this is not CFL. So what in option C is going to be L2, L3 are CFL, but this intersection result is not CFL. So C is also wrong because of this portion. Here because of this one. And option D, L1 is not CFL and its complement is also not CFL, but we know L1 is not CFL, but if anybody knows about it, L1 complement is a CFL. That's a WW complement. It's a very famous language in not safe, it's in CFLs. Okay? But he's saying that L1 is not CFL and its complement is also not CFL, but we know its complement is CFL. So this is also false. Only option A is correct. Okay. So in MSQ, even though one or more correct, but doesn't mean that more than one. It could be sometimes one option is also right. Okay. So we'll take small break in YT sessions. So let me know how was this series. Like we have done many questions, still will continue, but we'll take small break for a few days. And I see less engagement these days, but when people really need it, I'll come back with a few days of break, 4 to 5 days, really demanding, then continue the series for you. Okay. You want me to continue the series for a long time, or even compile is there, many subjects are going to come. But these questions I feel better than test series questions, because I designed especially these questions and edited manually, and of course 1 or 2 questions data required to be modified during the class. I modified some of the mistakes, but personally recommend solve this kind of questions where you may think that this was a gate question, but actually not gate question. So you need to apply the concepts again, right? Do not mug the concepts, like do not assume this question has option C is the answer. That will not work, these kind of questions. That's why people fail to answer, because it looks like gate, and if they're trying to answer the option that they have seen in the gate, will not work. And don't forget to like the session, and based on your comments, I'll bring up more questions like this. And thank you so much for joining this kind of sessions. And almost we have successfully completed 14 sessions. I'll take 14 to 15 more sessions, but we'll take small break in this series and we'll wait. I'll give you update for further sessions. Okay, meanwhile, you just complete this the 14 sections. I'm making Pranjal, who is not making, I'm making the question. Normally I don't have a habit of bringing the questions. Actually I make the questions on blank slide, but for this series I was making the questions and bringing to this classes, and some of them already I made it and used for other sessions. But yeah, inherently ambiguous language, let me help you the definition. Inherently, a good question. Actually I have not covered that question yet. I covered ambiguous language, I guess I covered, sorry, in CFG I have covered it. Inherently ambiguous CFL. What is the definition? Language L is called as inherently ambiguous. Simply ambiguous you can call. Inherently word not required. In the class I have used this. I'm very sorry, I have used this. Inherently word I have used in the class session itself. L is called as inherently ambiguous CFL if and only if L has no unambiguous grammar. That means L is not having equivalent, L is not having equivalent unambiguous grammar in the world. If you prove that for that L there is some unambiguous context-free grammar, then you can call it is not inherently ambiguous. Okay. Examples to understand this. If I take example 1, take the slide for this. Example 1. Suppose somebody written L is equal to A star. Is it inherently ambiguous or not inherently ambiguous? Only two things you have to choose. This is not inherently ambiguous. Why? Because you have unambiguous CFG for this. We can write equivalent CFG, we can write unambiguous CFG for this L. What is unambiguous CFG? S derives AS or epsilon over. That's why it's not called as inherently ambiguous. Then who is inherently ambiguous? Get this. A power M, B power N, C power K, such that M is equal to N or N is equal to K. There are many such languages. Now if you write any CFG in the world for this language, it has to be ambiguous. There are only, for this language, you can only write ambiguous. Try it. Whole day you try it. It's impossible to write. When you are trying to cover this strings, some of strings of this is covered. This is a combination of, I'll tell you. For this language, we have only ambiguous CFGs. Infinite ambiguous CFGs are there, but there is no unambiguous CFG. What is the problem with this? If you try to understand M equal to N, that A is equal to base, then this will be the L is equal to A power N, B power N, C star. One type of string. Other type of strings, N equal to K. When you are trying to cover this two, then A star, B power N, C power N comes. And look at now, when the number of A's, number of B's, number of C's are equal, they are covered in both. That means that A power, B power, C power equal, then they are going to be covered in both conditions. Like if you are writing a grammar for this, how do you write a grammar? Let me help you. You are trying to cover A power N, let me check, B power N, C star, union, A star, B power N, C power N. Now I am assuming this is A, this is B. So S derives A or B. Now when you are trying to cover A strings, now you will do something like this, X, Y, and X does A power, B power same. Epsilon, Y covers, Y derives C star, that's CY epsilon. Now this A is going to derive, let's say epsilon or whatever, double A, double B, double C is covered in the A as well as in the B. If you try to cover the B, let's say PQ, P covers A star and Q covers B power n, C power n. P is AP or epsilon and Q is that B power n, C power n, that P, Q, C or epsilon. Now look at this grammar. Do whatever, and if you try to ensure that epsilon is not there in both, that ABC comes in both. If you try to ensure ABC is not there here, double A, double B, double C comes in both. If you try to ensure double A, double B, double C will come in only one, then triple A, triple B, triple C comes in both. So if you try to stop one string, other string definitely comes. So there is no way to stop the common, the strings of these two conditions. Okay, that's why this language has only unambiguous grammars. So this is one of the unambiguous CFG only I have written, but you can write any, I have written only ambiguous CFG, one of the ambiguous CFG, but you can write any CFG in the world for this language. It is going to be ambiguous context-free grammar. So this language has only ambiguous context-free grammars. That is the reason this language is called as inherently ambiguous. Okay, that's called as inherently ambiguous. So I hope you understood the definition now. Why we call inherently ambiguous? For this language, the entire world, we have only ambiguous grammars, right? You can also call another language inherently unambiguous. It means for that language, some unambiguous grammar is there. Okay, opposite of this. Got it? Today I have taken a lot of free classes. I think tomorrow I'm just avoiding the classes, but day after tomorrow we'll continue the sessions. The morning 6 a.m. we will have the session like TOC, revision practice done, and some of the questions we'll practice. If you want to join in first chapter regular languages, on regular languages we are going to have a practice on Monday. Coming Monday we'll have the session on app. Thank you so much for joining today, and you know that Unacademy today is last day to avail this offer. Unacademy is giving you this offer. This ends tonight. What is that offer? You will be having that 9-month subscription at 8499 and 18-month subscription at 11,999, and the code that you should use, and very less time is there to avail this offer, half an hour time I think. Okay, and from tomorrow the price will increase, and 12 months you have 9,999, and 2.5 years 70,499, and 3.5 years 20,999 is absolutely very cheaper than any subscription in the right gate segment. Use code CSDA to avail this offers, any of these offers, and today onwards the batches are started. You can enroll to these batches, or all of them, or any one of them is your choice, because in Unacademy everything was free. Once you enter inside, everything like including test series is also free. Okay, but if you are interested only for test series, not for the classes, then you can also purchase at 1499 for computer science. If for data science also same price, but apply the code CSDA. Okay, in case if you are very new to this channel and you don't know how to visit the Unacademy profiles, this is my profile link. You can go to this profile, unacademy.com/IITB. Then you can attend my free classes and paid classes, whatever you like it. Then so much for joining today. Bye bye. Take care.